Hey, Steph. This question is for you. I just wanted to talk about what you saw out of your team that was different from Tuesday. Obviously, it's a quick turn, but how did you feel like your adjustments paid off on the court?
I felt like our defensive energy, physicality, disruptiveness was better.
Fever dog! Woo! Woo! Fever! Good dub. Ugly, but we found a way to win.
Hey, this payback stat will chill you to the bone. Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever totally turned things around 2 days after losing a close game to the Atlanta Dream at Gainbridge Fieldhouse on May 20th. The Atlanta Dream had more rebounds and stronger players than them. During the second meeting on May 20th, they held Brittney Griner to just 5 points before she walked out.
Hey, Steph. This question is for you. I just wanted to talk about what you saw out of your team that was different from Tuesday. Obviously, it's a quick turn, but how did you feel like your adjustments paid off on the court?
I felt like our defensive energy, physicality, disruptiveness was better. We made it more difficult for them, moving the ball around the perimeter. We executed better in our ball screen defense. Felt like we had each other's back a little bit more.
They beat the Dream 46-20 in the paint. When the same team that barely lost at home went to Atlanta, they won in the best way possible. This Fever team is ready for title runs because they can turn things around and adapt so quickly. Keep reading because we're going to talk about the heated fight between Clark and an Atlanta Dream player, as well as the shocking things they said to each other. What did this win show about Clark's ability to lead a team that has a lot of stars and choices every night? Hit the fired up button below to show how happy you are about the win. Let's go. This Indiana Fever team has shown us that they will not give up on the game. The Fever in Indiana. You went down early, but you got back up and took the lead. Late, come back and take the lead. The result for tonight is the same as the outcome for Tuesday. There's only one letter difference. Think about it, it's just two. Days before their revenge game, the Fever left their home court at Gainbridge Fieldhouse feeling like they had lost to Atlanta totally. The 91, Eddie deal, that a 91-90 loss wasn't just another one that got away. That kind of loss shows you everything that's wrong with your team.
Yes, this stinks. We want to win this game. But, I think this is great for our team. A little adversity. How are we going to respond? How are we going to come in here tomorrow morning and watch the film and learn and get on the court and get better? And like I said, that's why this league is so great. You have a couple days and then you get right back to it. You find a way to respond. We have a chance to go there and play them, actually. So it's even better, I guess. We can, get a little redemption if we go down there and play well. So.
That means the loss wasn't just any early season loss. It showed all of the Fever's flaws that they were trying to hide. Atlanta beat them in ways that they shouldn't have been able to do on their own court. In the middle, the Dream was stronger than Indiana and had more rebounds. It looked easy to them. Brittney Griner did exactly what everyone thought she would do against Indiana's weaker team. With 21 points, she scored whenever she wanted, and the Fever had no real answer for her size and strength. Ryan Howard scored 20 points and tore Indiana's defense apart in every way. The Fever only made 16 of 26 free throws, and some important ones they missed cost them the game.
They shot 32 free throws. It's a lot of free throws. Going to be difficult to win a lot of games when we foul people that much and put them at the line that much. It's tough. They made 25 out of 32. We still went to the line 26 times, missed 10. So that's the game really right there. It obviously doesn't come down to that, but it's just a little.
The Dream made 25 of 32 free throws. But here's what most people didn't notice about that loss. The Fever were not only losing, they were also learning. Afterwards, Stephanie White, the coach, said, "I don't think we match up well with them." It was clear to her that the Dream's Olympians were big, skilled, and experienced.
Proud of our fight, the toughness that we showed, our ability to stay together. Our bench was really engaged in every timeout and in every huddle. We were all engaged.
White and her team were making plans for something else, though. After a loss, the players didn't have the same energy when they left the locker room. Everything would be different after those 48 hours. That heartbreaking loss at home became the fuel for one of the best road wins of the season. It wasn't a question of whether the Fever would return. That's how they were going to punish Atlanta for making them look bad at home. We couldn't close the deal on Tuesday. We at the free throw line. We lost. We sealed the deal tonight. We were down 7-5, 7-1 with 3 minutes left in the fourth, but we took the lead late in the game. We go ahead and don't look back. The Indiana Fever win 81-76 times and leave the ATL. This game was also pretty, man. It was pretty gross to watch this game. Just a few months ago, this would have scared Fever fans to death. Clark missed all 5 of her 3-point shots. She only made 4 out of 11 shots from the field. Her 11 points were a lot less than what she usually gets. In a game, Clark didn't make a single 3-point shot for the first time since January 13, 2022. For the first time since her junior year at Iowa, she missed the arc when she hit. When your star player has problems like this on the road, most teams are doomed to lose by a large margin. Clark got 5 personal fouls, which made her less useful on both ends of the court. She couldn't play for long runs because she kept getting called fouls. Any team that relied on their star player alone would have lost in this situation. But this is where the 2025 Fever showed that they had changed into something that no one had thought they would be. Natasha Howard stepped up and scored 26 points, making an amazing 12 of 17 shots. Natasha Howard deserves praise. I agree that your last game wasn't very good. You got better today. People, if I were the coach of the Atlanta Dream, I would have a plan for tonight. Natasha, let's get Natasha Howard to beat us. We can't let Kayon Clark beat us. We can't lose to Kelsey Mitchell. We must not let Aaliyah Boston beat us. Natasha Howard should beat us. Natasha Howard, on the other hand, spoke up and did well. Think about what happened a year ago. Who is going to be that? Katie Lou? Not at all. Did Erica Wheeler? Not at all. Did Alyssa Smith? I enjoy seeing you. This showing completely made up for a terrible game against Atlanta. Howard scored 18 points in the second half, including 13 important points in the third quarter alone. There were 7 rebounds she grabbed as well. She took over when the team needed her the most. That's why we get someone like Natasha Howard to fill in for Caitlin Clark when Kelsey and AB aren't hitting. When Caitlin Clark, Kelsey, and AB get called for fouls, there's someone on the team who can keep us in the game and shoot well. And you did that, Natasha Howard. It's 26 points and 7 boards. You did great, Natasha Howard. Sophie Cunningham made it look easy to get back to playing after hurting her ankle. In just 20 minutes of play, she scored 9 points and grabbed 6 rebounds. The Fever took the lead again after Cunningham made her first 3-point shot of the season. The shot started an 11-0 run that put them ahead again. When she played, for the first time, both ends of the court got excited right away. In the last few seconds, she even got an offensive foul, which shows that she had an effect that went beyond the stats. Lexi Hall kept up her good play this season by scoring 10 important points off the bench. Hall also set up 4 goals, which is the same number of helpers he had in his previous career high. Everyone had doubts about her depth, but her show proved them all wrong. Instead of being a weakness, the bench turned into a tool. This is the real deal with Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hall. It really does look like that. From the couch, it looks like these two. You can name anyone you want. The most important pair in the WNBA will be these 2 women who come off the bench. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. The most important pair in the WNBA will be these 2 when they come off. The bench, they bring the heat. They'll make things hot. They're able to score. They protect you. ATL's backups scored 16 points less than this team's. In their last match, the Dream's depth had given them a big edge, but this was the exact opposite. Players like Cunningham and Hall were very important for scoring and defense. Everyone looking could see that the Fever had more depth and versatility. It wasn't just a team win. With so many weapons at their hands, it showed that the Fever had become a real threat. 3 other players stepped up when one was having trouble. The supporting group not only made it through Clark's off night, they did great. Stephanie White, people. We were ahead by 3 points at the end. Sophia and Lexi are put down by Stephanie White, and they say press. Stephanie White finally says, Sophie, Lexi, press. Do not make things easy for them. Do not let them start their offense. We had to bother them. We got to talk them down. We need to deal with them. They need to be made. They need to decide right away, not when they want to. That's exactly what Sophie and Lexi did. You 2 did a great job tonight. In reality, Clark's problem showed something more important than any one accomplishment. This team might be able to win titles. Championship teams need more than one player who can take over a game. There needs to be depth that can handle hard times. They need people who can play parts and then turn into stars when the time is right. And That's exactly what the Fever proved in this game. Even when Clark struggles, this team has the grit, depth, and mindset to rise. With relentless defense, smart coaching, and unexpected heroes like Natasha, Sophie, and Lexi, they turned adversity into a statement win. This wasn't just a victory. It was a warning to the league. The Fever are built for something bigger.